Welcome back. People dependent on tourism at Kolva complained of harassment by some hotel operators from Kavelosi. They claim that these hoteliers come to Kolva and misguide the tourists. This affects their business. These agitated people have now filed a complaint at Kolva police.
Water sport owners, shack owners, hoteliers have given a written complaint to the Kolva police station. They claim that some of the hoteliers from Kavelosi come to Kolva beach and misguide tourists. This has affected the tourism business in Kolva.
Fatimal and Ron Gon. Yeah, and I'm get customer and go at the Sangdai. Ing boating Borno. Ing boating got us accident that I Munis Motai. And ing Chord Maraga. They said Otlaning room Marag. They say Shakan ing John Marag. Yes, Sogle Nakdalate Sangon. Sogle customer divert.
Like a total harassment for tourists in Kolva because they derive our customers from Kolva. They take to Kavelosi. If they have a hotel in Kavelosi, they take hotel or Kavelosi. They like utte Kolva in business kita gudai. Kolva am business ka na am port burba. And am ke zait 2-3 hours am ke zait trust lagle. And business solo ba. Kita markets less solo hai. Foreign tourist ing nahi.
Kolva PI Devendra Gad has accepted the complaint and has assured to resolve the matter.
एक रिक्वेस्ट आसा की हेचे लक्ष घालून ते मातशें तेंचे बंद करचें. So I accept this representation and I promise him I'll do the matter. हांव तेजो जो मॅनेजमेंट आसा तेंचेर उलोवन if possible आसा तेंकां आमी बंद करचें तेंकां प्रॉमिस केल्लें आसा.
The agitated people have threatened to take severe step if the police fail to act. A reporter from Kolva, Sameer Bhatt.
And now news from sports. Just when it looked like Dempo were running away with the I-League title, Pune Football Club shocked them at home on Sunday in the I-League. A 19th-minute Izumi Rata goal was all it took to separate the two sides. Dempo are still perched on the top of the table and are 5 points clear of East Bengal. Pune FC are tucked between Prayag United and defending champion Silgaonkar Sports Club in 6th position.
Dempo started the match already on top of all teams, and a win would further enhance their lead and a no-pressure situation for the Blues. But on the other hand, Pune are part of what has become a heavily populated I-League table, with 5 points separating 7 teams at the top of the table. Hence, 3 points would be what Pune were craving for. And they got off to a perfect start with Japanese Izumi Arata getting the Reds in the front in the 19th minute. Dempo were completely off colour in the first half and the visitors had no problems defending. Things got worse for Dempo when Pune's ever-compact defence were bolstered with the midfield and strikers receding to fend off any possible Dempo threat. After the half-time breather, Dempo came into their element. The Blues started creating chances, but it was Pune's defence and custodian Amrinder Singh who made a few fine saves. The result has not changed much for league leaders Dempo, but Pune keep the competition brewing at the top of the table. Just 5 points separating 7 sides, Pune part of those 7 sides. Our reporter from Madgaon, Sameer Bhatt.
Satyajit Sadanan of New World Consulting says Asia can give the footballing world a lot more than just be dependers on Europe for players, coaches and other footballing resources. Satyajit was the playmaker between Dempo Sports Club and FC Midtjylland and helped both clubs to come together and sign on the dotted line. The former AIFF official told Prudent that the club president Srinivas Dempo deliberately kept away from a high-profile club to tie up with, even though the option was on the table.
New World Consulting is a company formed primarily to build partnerships in football. Satyajit was formerly with the AIFF and was closely involved in the inception of the I-League in 2007. Satyajit runs the NWC now and told Prudent how he forged the Dempo and FCM tie-up.
This whole partnership between Dempo SC and FC Midtjylland came about because Mr. Dempo, Mr. Srinivas Dempo, the chairman of Dempo Sports Club, he told us to look at a club which would really add value to the Dempo Sports Club. Dempo Sports Club being the most successful club in India now in recent history. He felt it's now time to take it to the next level and get a better footing internationally. So we did an extensive search for him across a lot of different countries, and then based on his customized needs, primarily in terms of youth focus, we identified this club FCM. So from day one he was very clear he's not looking at it for the glamour or something. He wants to actually do something in football, and he wants to do something for Goa and for India. So that's why we looked at a lot of clubs, a lot of high profile clubs and a lot of clubs which don't have such a high profile, but which are doing some fantastic work in the area of grassroots development, in the area of youth development and so on. So that's how we came across FCM and came
Few
about.
big names that you all were scouting at that time that you could share with us?
It would be inappropriate to do that because it's not good for the other clubs. I mean, we have looked at over 58 clubs in across 20 countries. So we have looked at all the big leagues in Europe. You name it, we have been there. It's not that, we are from India or we are from Asia, so it's only that we need some things. Even the European guys, they also need some things from us. They can also learn a lot of things from us, and they also look at this market from a different perspective. So it's what we set out here to do is create a win-win partnership. It's not one-sided. It's more long-lasting. It's more for both sides to be happy together.
Our sports reporter Nikhil Pereira with video journalist Devendra Gaonkar from Panji.
Log on to www.prudentmedia.in if you have missed our bulletin. You can also follow us on Twitter by following us at Prudent Goa to get latest news as and when they happen. Meet us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/prudentmedia. With this, we come to an end of this news bulletin. Keep watching Prudent Media. Goodbye.